Yo, hello everyone, this is Josh Shave here with more tips. If you know, I have a channel dedicated to Yu-Gi-Oh! People may not know the rules or simply know how to play, so I'm creating a series of tips or rules how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So one of the basic rules is about your deck. There are 3 types of deck. The first is the most important, which is your main deck. This deck, the main deck, I should say, consists of 40 to 60 cards in it. This always wasn't a rule. What happened was, in a tournament, a person brought in a giant deck that consists of many other decks, so it was harder to shuffle it, so they decided to make it as a rule. Now, the best ratio for a 40 yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, so the best ratio for a 40 card deck is 20 monsters, monster cards to 10 spell and trap cards. Monster cards are cards you use to attack your opponent. There are different stars for these monster cards. 1 through 4 star monster cards, you just don't need any monsters to tribute summon. You only be able to, so if you have 1 to 4 star in your hand, you play 1 there. And then there's 5 to 6 monster cards, which consists of 1 tribute monster, which would be a 1 to 4 star token or whatever. And then there's also a monster card that is over 6 stars, which need 2 monsters to tribute them. While there's some that requires 3 cards, as in the 3 Egyptian God cards from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the Sacred Beast, with the 3 original Yu-Gi-Oh! The original God cards from the classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Series banned. There are also different types of summoning methods. The basic, which is normal and tribute summon. There is special summon. Now the thing that's the difference between normal tribute and special summoning is, with special summon, you can summon more than 1 monster. I should say special summon them. And then there is also Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Palladium, and Link monsters. Most of the other summoning methods is require you putting an extra deck, which I will explain later. Spell cards are another type of card that are in your main deck. Spell cards can do many things, consist of summoning monsters, fusion summoning monsters, destroy traps or spell cards, give your monsters extra attack, defense, give you life points, and many more. There's also trap cards, but well, anyways, so let's just continue talking about spell cards. With some spell cards, you can put it, if you have it in your hand, you can automatically play it. Others, you have to set it down unless you use a field card, which is you play it from your hand. And while the other type of cards is trap cards. Follow the same rules as spell cards, you have to set them. Trap cards also, so they also have different effects, just like spell cards. Some they destroy your opponent monsters, traps, spells, take life points from your opponent or even yourself. That can be the same thing with trap, spell cards, etc. The other type of card I've mentioned was Ritual Monsters, which is, it goes in your main deck, even though it is a special summon, it goes in your main deck. One of them so happens to be Black Luster Soldier, which is a Ritual spell card. This requires 2 monsters. Well, actually, the thing is, well, it can take more than 1 monster, but the thing is with Ritual summon monsters, you have to have a spell card. Well, for Black Luster Soldier, you need Black Luster Ritual, and because it is a 8-star monsters, you have to have monsters add up to 8 stars to be able to summon it. So now, after we done with the main deck, you got your second deck, which is the extra deck. This has a limit numbers of 15 cards. This consists of your fusion, synchro, Xyz, and link monsters. They all have unique summoning requirements. Fusion card, you need a spell card called Polymerization, while some do and others don't. Polymerization can help you summon monsters for fusion. An example of a fusion card is a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which requires 3 regular Blue Eyes, White Dragons, and Polymerization to summon it. The next card I am talking to you about is Synchro cards, which is a synchro summoning monster needs a tuner and a non-tuner monster. Some synchro monsters require a certain tuner monster and non-tuner monsters, while others don't. Along with how rich your summoning is, this also requires you to have the tuner and non-tuners, or multiple tuners depending on what card, to add up to the number of stars. For an example, the Moon Dragon Quilla, you need a tuner monster called Sunpei and a non-synchro monster or monsters to be able to summon it. Another synchro monster does not require a certain tuner monster. It's called a Stardust Dragon. To synchro summon this card, you need one tuner and non-tuner and a non-tuner or tuners, non-tuner monsters that add up to 8 stars. Xyz monsters are also require a certain number of cards to summon. For all extra decks really consists of that, including rituals. Anyways, for the example I am using is number 39, Utopia, which requires 2 level 4 star monsters to summon it. And then the final card that goes to your extra deck is a link monster. This also requires a certain type of monster to be able to summon it. For example, Gaia Saber, the Lightning Shadow, requires 2 or more monsters to link summon it. The last deck is what you call a side deck. This is where you can change your extra deck and main deck to strategize against your opponent. This can contain up to 15 cards as well. This only can be used after your first turn, after your first duel. Then after that, if you continue dueling, you can change it. Now, that's just some of the rules I'm going to be talking about throughout this series. Subscribe to my channel, leave a like if you like this content and the series. Also, if you know anyone who wants to get in Yu-Gi-Oh!, tell them to come check out my channel for the rules and tips how to play. Now, this is going to be goodbye. This is just part 1. Don't worry, we're going to have more.